support bottom is actually really good against Enchantress. You can just follow her around and keep killing the creeps she has. But I'm probably not comfortable with it. Like they'll stick to the off-lane Mirana for sure. Or maybe mid Mirana, but like Mirana.
I'm sure Artstyle's probably throwing out ideas like he knows how to deal with junglers like Chen and Enchantress.
There's Witch Dog. Possible.
Yeah, that seems like a more Navi-like pick.
Yeah. Witch Doctor.
I speak for the trees.
They go nature. They're going all.
Well, that's the off Prophet then. Off-lane Prophet mid Mirana.
Yeah. Orcs, I mean, you mentioned the support Mirana could still be a thing. But
it could still be a thing, yeah. They don't like to run it. They did run it, but they didn't have a lot of success with it.
I feel like if this wasn't the problem is like a hero that I think could work for Navi as far as doing with Enchantress would be like the Riki or Bounty. But the thing is, ZBCStudioQ plays both the Oracle and those heroes, so I'm not sure if Artstyle could just suddenly play the Oracle.
Yeah, what are we looking for Escape? I really would like to see like a Slark would be really good. It counters both Mirana and Drow Ranger, and Prophet is really scared of a Slark too. So if Slark gets a good game, then Navi is gonna have a really hard time dealing with him. Can't really kill him either.
Seems like a well-suited era hero as well. One of his classics.
Together with the Beast and Invoker.
It could. Do you consider the IO list tiny for Escape in the carry role? It's such an era classic.
It's really good with Invoker too. If
with
Invoker
electrocutes him, I was thinking like, okay, what's a hero that can be aura'd up and elaborate up? I'm like, Tiny is still there.
It's just one reason I don't like it is Oracle's second spell nullifies all damage on like a combo target. So you initiate someone, he just spells you. He doesn't even need to ulti. And I gotta go back for the Witch Doctor.
I guess it depends how fast the Oracle can be, but talk about ZBCStudioQ and he.
They do pick the Witch Doctor though against the Enchantress.
I mean,
one of the best heroes.
I think Escape recognizing that Riki could have been the hero for Navi, even though it's not. It doesn't suit their players because you like Artstyle doesn't play the Riki, doesn't really play the Oracle, but they'll ban it anyways. And
especially with Invoker, he doesn't want to play against the Riki and Drow hero.
Yeah, Riki would have been a really good pick for Navi if they decided they could just fit their players around it.
Yeah, they do go for the Slark.
All right. There we go. Some good drafting calls there from you, Black.
I just hope like it's really dangerous to pick a Slark into Drow 2 because it can go the other round as well, where it just gets completely out of control and you just before you come online.
And you see them pushing a tower, and your team's like, "Shit, we gotta defend." You're in same story with the Invoker. Invoker doesn't defend towers. None of these heroes on Escape defend towers.
I would really like to see a Quas Wex here. I think because one of the best ways to deal with them is to electrocute the Slark. During his ult, he will just dismantle the Drow or the Mirana.
Okay.
And if you do the Exalt Invoker, you can't really do that. You don't have anti-push. There's like no threat. But on the other hand, do you have enough DPS? I think it's gonna come down to the Ench. What she can do in the early game.
I was just gonna say the same thing because the Ench has a just okay game where she does a little but not enough. I just see Navi steamrolling over towers and game's over because neither Invoker or Slark is particularly proficient at defending towers.
Predictions. So. How long will the game be? Less than 30.
Yeah, less than 30. Navi's got this. They're gonna
go number of Blink Daggers purchased.
25.
Slark.
Only Mirana by 25 maybe.
I think
0 to 2 anyways. Yeah. I see 1.
It could be 3 if Slark gets 1. No. But well, there's Beastmaster too.
First tower killed Navi. Ench is not gonna. I mean, Ench could, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Most kills at the end.
Probably Navi.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I very likely see this game like could go just like quick Navi steamroll through taking towers. All depend on the Ench. Like not to say like, oh, it's over, Navi have won this, but Navi's draft are much easier to execute.
For what we have seen, by the way, they smoked up in the fountain right away. Kazu TP to off lane and the support TP to mid lane. They got out really deep wards right away without being spotted. Really nice. And they do go for the extra Invoker. Or they will have to be. The early game needs to be really good. The Ench needs to make it work, which is going to be troublesome because Witch Doctor is so good against Ench.
Alright. Yeah, imagine your role is to be where the Ench is ganking. Pick up an early TP if you have to.
And we spoke about the bottom kind of chasing the Ench. This is the Witch Doctor's role now.
Yep. Well, early high mode mid Navi deciding which bounty route to go for. They're going to head bottom.
Did they Ra on bottom? So it's a carry bottom and the mid Drow?
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this. I believe Navi they have done Dendi Drow mid before, and Drow of course.
Wait, they just conceded both runes for free? They contest any of them.
And that was they had the high ground on everything. They saw where Navi were going. They saw them head bottom. Problem was Invoker was already committed to the bottom rune, and Navi themselves had vision of the Invoker, so they were like, well, Invoker level 1.
Yeah.
I mean, Escape's level 1 fight is bad. Slark,
bad,
Invoker, Edge, Beastman, like none of these heroes actually have fight outside the bench with the stun.
And to be fair, bounty runes aren't as big as they used to be,
Yeah.
and you know you don't want to risk your life for it. If you're not confident with it, shouldn't do it.
So,
And Champions is starting on a big camp, getting a Centaur, pretty good creep.
yeah, may even just grab 2 creeps and then.
Yeah,
smoke
definitely gonna
up.
wait for a second one, but
Or
doesn't have a smoke yet though.
Yeah, it doesn't have a smoke. Oh, you could just walk to the top lane.
And lane with the beast for a while as well.
Or
But then again, I really like this carry Mirana there because
Spoil that shot.
wow, you saw that? How you blocked the arrow with the hawk? That was so good. But yeah, like the
it's
carry Mirana,
Easy CS though.
it's kind of like a counter to the Ench already, right? They're expecting aggression on the safe lane, so they put Drow in mid lane instead.
Gets the cast, kills the Forward Spirit. Art style.
Yeah.
Typical art style. I'll take my farm.
Wait, so for Navi, they secured mid lane with the Witch Dog, they secured safe lane with the Potom.
They secured off lane as well with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
It's
it's
1v2.
gonna be really hard for us to have the good early game that they need to have.
Hera just getting beaten down. Does have the poor man's shield and plenty of regen, but this is a lane where Nature's Prophet.
The trees just beat him up so badly. 32 damage.
All it takes is General getting like an early phase boot, and suddenly he can be a menace, teeping around the map, doing some good ganks, good pressure.
Can see the creeps on bottom lane. They have 2 waves coming in for General. He's having a really good time there already.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot they can do.
Ui.
If they hit that, General can just go for the TP out after the stun, or force the stun and then TP out.
Yeah, it would have been close. At least they've gotten some space, but
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So Wave gonna continue to push here as Synderen gonna try D-Ward the pull camp. Misses on the first sentry, will have the second one available.
Yeah,
So unfortunately guessing wrong, have to commit 2. And there we go.
he did as well. Deadly didn't get it the first time, as you said, and doesn't spawn, but looking to pull the big camp instead.
I mean, we talked about this being a game for Edge to do a lot. Yapsu so far has not found any openings, partly because of that safe lane Mirana.
Kazu's middle with an Invis rune. He's skilled Axis as well. They're gonna try to go for a kill here, I guess. But it's weird with the Beastmaster, because they also saw the ball rotate in.
Yeah, first shockwave gonna miss as well. Dendi, fine. And yeah, looks like no, he's gonna stay invis here. He wants to try and summon a boar on top of Dendi. Old Snap is there. First blood happens bottom lane. Dendi, they're gonna keep our eyes on this game because Dendi gets shockwaved against Fairy Fires up.
One more shockwave. He needs to dodge a shockwave. He's not going for it? Oh, I think it was a miss micro.
Yeah. Would have been enough damage.
It's such a huge range.
What happened bottom? That was a Saniko Oracle rotation, I believe.
He just got balled
And
down pretty much. He just got right click. Yeah. I mean, they don't really have more than right clicks, but yeah.
Yeah, with Drow, right clicks is all you need some of the time.
Like what happened is he pounced aggressively and then he was kind of stuck and just. You see how much damage he takes? It's crazy.
This does not feel like a game where Lark is going to be able to.
Snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have a really rough time. This looks more like the Navi we know. Just put on the aggression.
Yeah.
Leave Didya alone in safe lane. That's what
We're
we
not
know.
seeing the aggression quite yet, but you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And
Denied.
this is a draft which will snowball completely out of control.
You know what made sense for them to pick carry Mirana because it really goes with their style too. Just like ditch him on the safe lane and.
Well, but you know, before the Ags upgrade, they were running Karamarana for Dicha, like going for like the old Lincoln's build and stuff, and just playing this safe lane carry that couldn't be ganked. Bottom lane, Synderen, caught out. General may need to keep me home. Good for himself, Sprout, but
He took them. He didn't de-aggro the tower. He took like 4 tower hits.
if he de-aggroed the tower, could have perhaps he had a teleport and everything. So
He would have survived, but he took like 4 tower hits. It's like 300 damage on the Prophet. Well, that was really good for the Slark back in the game.
Oh, for now. As soon as the push
for now,
comes,
yeah.
then he's going to be right back out of the game. 'Cause he's like,
It's gonna be really
so I recovered, but I still can't do anything, guys.
half a level until Mirana ult is up. Escape will have to need sentries ready on mid lane as well as bottom lane. Rotation coming in the top. Kazu might be in trouble here.
Here we go. Let's start with the purge.
He's dead.
Teacher up, gets the double star storm off, and Kezu goes down. Saniko securing that kill.
Double staff damage is so sick damage.
Hera getting low again at this bottom lane. Had some creep support from a mud golem, but that's not gonna.
He has no region left either. He desperately needs a level 6.
I mean, that's the thing. This is that point in the game where if you're slacking, you go back to base, you lose so much.
Yeah.
You'd like to stay here and leech XP for level 6, but you're also very vulnerable. It is nighttime though, so it does have that vision advantage over NaVi.
Yeah. Brow almost level 6, half a level as well, and then the advantage will really start to ramp up.
Yeah. Bottom lane. I think they know Era's low. They've seen him now. He's got backup in the form of Cinder and
Radiant's top
Just
tower
throwing
is
some
under
rocks.
attack.
He actually flew in, but without any region, so Era thinks he can survive until level 6 without any additional region.
oh,
They might lose the tower though.
I mean, let's say NaVi happy to just take this tower perhaps. Era.
They can't go in, Era can't go in. They can't kill him.
Oh, nice Moonlight Shadow
just
as well.
Cinder
Cinder
might-
getting low. Yeah, the right click damage with the precision or a drought. And this is pre-level 6.
Yeah,
Jeez.
not level 6 yet. Cinder is dead. They're gonna get the tower right after this.
So Nico.
Oh, the chicken is dead.
Radiant's
It's flew in the
top
tower
tower
range.
is under attack.
Unfortunate this
Dire's
Michael,
turret
but you know,
has been killed.
just happened.
And they kill Yapster. He's got 2 points in the untouchable. So right clicking this guy, not easy. They just have to give up. The cast gonna start bouncing around. Does not bounce back to Yapster immediately. Now it does. General.
Be careful. Oh,
Not quite.
he got an urn. A
Radiant's
kill here
top
would be really big for
tower is under
Yasuo.
attack.
Yep, he wants that, and he can heal up, and it looks like they will find at least one kill, possibly two. The action swipes them both, and they'll clean up here in the bottom lane. Era does not quite get level
Almost
6
level
pretty
6.
well.
Leave him SP.
Range creep.
Nice, perfect.
Creep.
Whew. Now we can start playing Dota again.
Yes.
But you see, Yasuo just knew exactly how much he can tank, and he just set up 2 beautiful kills for his team.
We've seen a lot of different edge builds. I like that he recognizes this game to go for this untouchable because of how like right click important Navi's craft is. As far as finding kills, it's all about those right clicks. Perhaps until like a Witch Doctor level 6 happens.
Yep. Beastmaster close to level 5. 3 more minutes until the tomb comes out.
But every tower can take a beating. You've got top and bottom tier 1 both close to deny range.
How you guys keeping up in CS and mid lane though? It's pretty impressive.
Cinder in. So we'll get met by the Slark though. Cow's gonna bounce around and Era doesn't have mana for the ultimate, but not gonna need it.
Wow. Started hit, it was like 120 damage. Whew. The minus armor.
And yeah, and the bonus damage from the bench, so.
Yep.
NaVi. We talk about them playing aggressive, and this is a classic NaVi aggressive draft, but you've got to sometimes control that
Radiant's top
aggression.
tower has
For the
fallen.
top tower. 3 pretty much.
Oh,
Jumping
can
on
do.
beast.
Yeah, he's being
He
jumped
can't dodge
on.
the area. Nice. So good. He couldn't dodge anywhere.
You
Yeah,
make
teacher,
a
we
fine
talked about how he used to
predator.
play Mirana. He is a Mirana player. He knows how to play. This is one of those teams that has three Mirana players, really. All 3 of their cores. Neither of the supports perhaps known for it, but...
If you have 3 cores, you don't need any supports playing it.
I mean, Yapster would like to have a word with you after yesterday, but... Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like if you play like Yasuo, you going on the Prophet might. No mana for ult on Era is dead.
Yeah, and the cast bounce gets goes back and forth. Artspell saves the day. General's got the invis. He's gonna throw the ultimate out as well, and it swipes through Cinder and TP on home.
This is really problematic. This has been the second time Era just simply doesn't have mana to use the spells.
They're gonna smoke up now, head towards the mid lane. Koikba could be in a very vulnerable position here.
Yeah.
And with an Exo Invoker, you've got no good escape. No Tornado, no Ghost Walk.
Radiant
up on the edge, though.
structures are
I
fortified.
mean, this is...
Oh, this is gonna be so bad because they want to go.
Yeah, Koikba's thinking like, oh, I'm baiting, but no, NaVi, excellent for you. It's Dendi. He is stuck in Ice Wall, so it looks like Dendi will in fact go down.
Radiant's bottom tower
Get the 1 kill here. Can they find more? The leap will not catch up to Dichara.
And should be able to chase him down. Movement speed advantage.
It's a risky chase, and the uphill missing
Yeah.
the first impetus.
Shouldn't do it anymore.
Dicha does have another Starstorm if he goes in treads, and yeah, I don't think you want to chase into this. And
General just is an amazing game. He's so farm.
Radiant's
Version
bottom
into 2 already.
tower is under
the
attack.
tower's dropping. It's just going to start to build up the NaVi economy. And we look at it now. It's a 4,000 to 5,000 gold lead. Drums is completed. General perhaps needs to find a way to TP out of this one. And Cold Snap is there. Can nope.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead.
Radiant's
We
bottom
need the cold
tower
snap.
is under attack.
Another to Era.
I guess if you go for the Sprout
Dire's top
TP,
tower is under
the
attack.
wave gives vision for the Cold Snap there, so that wouldn't have worked anyways. But
Yeah.
could have tried for it.
Level 6 beast, they need to be able to use this raw, but how did you really use it? Navi's just gonna start to 5-man push towers, they're gonna go for Roshan soon.
Yep.
And then the game, they will have to take one fight with a really big disadvantage and win it.
Some nice stream. Micro finds the escape team as they come in towards this mid lane, and NaVi
Radiant's middle
take
tower
another
has
objective.
fallen.
Only 10 more seconds, then Oracle will get us level 6 with the Tomb of Knowledge.
Yep. And
Actually,
you
taking
mentioned
top.
Roche, and NaVi can really take that at will.
easily, yeah.
General's picked up another ring. I imagine he may just want to go for a mech for the team to help sustain and build up that push.
Nature's Prophet, going for
Yeah.
The Ring of
Mech?
Region,
Mech
maybe
prop?
force that. Headrest,
Headrest,
mech.
yeah, mech.
Good.
And yeah, Navi's already in the roach pit. Invoker's gonna help him out. Navi say thanks very much, Koikva.
They're actually backing out.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just too dangerous. They're even using a scan. They are a little bit worried about what Escape are up to.
Yeah. Well, now Kato shows on top, and they will go right back in.
Yeah. Nature's Prophet TP on cooldown, so they're perhaps a little bit cautious about this.
Wait, why is Cinder and Solo smoked? What happened there? Maybe just play some wards.
Warding smoke, the old fluff and stuff smoke. Error.
And now they just go back into Roach. They just see the Beastmaster top.
Yeah, and I think they thought they could catch Escape trying to contest Roach with that Moonlight Shadow, but Escape had an Observer Sentry combo, and that'll give them the vision they need. Escape are kind of nearby, but they're going to beat.
They really don't want to fight it there. If they fight it there, the game might be over.
They're too late for this one. Beastmaster remaining top, as you said.
It was really good by General because they just summoned trees on top lane to pressure the lane in, and then somebody had to address that, and then they just took a free Roche.
Teacher, look around this bottom lane. Error. Be careful, my friends.
It's 1,300 additional gold for the Aghanims on Mirana.
For Navi, this Aegis is probably these tier 2 towers, if anything.
All of them, yeah. Pretty much all of them.
And then next Aegis, the game plan is this Aegis, all tier 2 towers, next Aegis, high ground.
Yeah. And Escape needs to make sure they keep split pushing. They need to find pick-offs. They can't let them group up as 5.
And if Navi, well, the thing is, you also need to be careful not to give away kills, because Navi, in theory, if they get a kill or two, could go high on with this Aegis.
Yeah.
So.
And you have to be careful you don't like overstay your welcome. For example, if you want to split push and you just lose your base tower or something because they're too fast, just be really careful and cautious with the calls you make now.
I mean, this is where a team like Wings would just be like, screw the tier 2 towers, let's go straight high ground. Like, let's just push right down this bottom lane. And you look at Escape's lineup and it's like, what if they got to defend? They could go get a 1-Wex Chaos Meteor out, but...
I think that's what Navi's looking to do now. They're gonna go for the high ground.
At least force TPs,
back. Yeah,
you don't have to take... Your plan isn't necessarily to take racks. It's like, hey, let's knock them a straight up trade. Like, the trade has to involve Escape TPing back to defend bottom.
Yeah. 700 gold until Aghanims is online. Level 6 on Oracle. Address. 500 more gold for mech. As soon as they have the team fight is massively strong.
Good. What he can to trade. I feel like Navi are giving up a lot in exchange here.
I don't think they should have done it. They should have forced high ground.
That's the thing. We're talking about that they were going to go for play. No, they're going to go for play at top now. They're going to try to punish Escape Gaming. Hedger gets taken out before he can TP. If it hasn't, but could go into the Ghost Walk, will do so.
No dust available.
But yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about. Like, when I've seen Wings play the Drought strat, like 12 minutes in, they're like, oh, like, screw it, let's just force high ground. And if they don't react, you get a tier 3 tower, perhaps a range Rax, a melee Rax. If they do react, you force back to base and then not getting that trade. Because Escape got a tier 1 and started to damage the tier 2.
Yeah, they definitely would have, like, at least taken half of the base tower's health and forced them back. 300 more gold until the Shadow Blade on Slark. When he has that online, they definitely need to find pickup because it's not a teamfight item. It's not gonna contribute like at all in the team fight. He's just
finding
really
pickups if Navi 5 manning though.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like they're gonna go for the tier 2 top now, and they might as well like threaten high ground because there's no lane pushed in for Navi right now. No pressure at all on the map.
Dicha is going to have Aghanim Scepter and 20 gold, so that's a huge boost to his damage. Yeah. Talk about the Enchantress being a problem up until now. Well, that Axe kind of changes things a bit there.
Yeah, Dragonlance on Axe, on Hench. Yep. So at least her damage upper will be pretty high. But yeah, like Invoker and Slark, they're both going to be pretty much non-factors in those team fights. They simply don't have the levels and gold yet. Both very greedy if you play them that way, and fight them here.
Alright, well we go back to it. This Aegis is the tier 2 towers and they've taken all 3 of them. And they still have a minute and a half left on it, so they've been very efficient about taking them.
What they will just do now is control the entire map pretty much, cut down the farm for Escape Gaming and just really out-farm them, get next Roach, go high ground.
There we go, items coming out in the courier. Navi kind of split around now defending some of these lanes. They've left a lot of heroes at bottom. Yep. Sorry, a lot of heroes at mid with just general at bottom. Could TP him back in if they want to try and force things. And that's where how fast they've taken the tier 2 towers. They've got a minute to push high ground with Aegis and maybe gonna at least get some damage off.
They're gonna get damage. They won't get the wreck. They will definitely take like half health, maybe even a tower.
And they're kind of trying to force Escape to make a play. Because if Escape overextend, they could be a rack. Teacher rather when they go and gets helped out by the Oracle. That's gonna keep alive for now. The Witch Doctor ultimate on the high ground will force Escape back. And that's not what we were hoping for. Escape to think they had to make a play. And that's exactly what Escape do.
They really have no other choice, and they like,
did slow
Escape
down
also.
the push.
Yeah, but Escape also recognizes like right away they need to make a play, and they don't even hesitate, and they just do it.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, they're in a really tight spot and didn't work out, but they need to take risks.
You only took half the damage on your tier 3. You lose Avenge, and you had Slack Creeps wave skipping. So it was very much a play like, okay, we're gonna fight this creep wave, or they're gonna take out tier 3. So if anything, that was like trading Venge to save your tier 3. So
I definitely want Venge to die more often, like because the
you know,
aura.
that's injured. You flex approval.
No, you know it's so good in Strauss. You actually have that. If she has so much space, agility, it slows the push down like a lot. Obviously, it would be good if he wouldn't die, you know. But
I know. Okay, someone's gonna die when you're this far behind. I say this far. How far is it? It's about to hit 10,000 gold.
I might as well be Venge. You went 4 step on Invoker. I think I would have liked to see like a really quick agonist because else you don't have spells ready. Like level 1 Invoke, you can't cast spells. You'll have a really hard time in teamfights.
Mid lane, Navi say we do not need Aegis. Let's go without one. Sprout will let some trees summon on the high ground. Navi just gonna hit from the low ground.
Yeah, they really can't defend
Radiant's
this.
middle tower.
Tower down. Now they're gonna get to work on. It looks like the melee racks. They're gonna force Escape to come in and make a play.
No creep.
Slack is. Yeah, I mean, they have taken out the backdoor. No, they haven't. It looks like they're.
Yes, Slack.
Oh no!
They have.
No!
How?
They went to base with creeps, I guess.
Oh no, the bottom lane.
Oh, bottom lane too close, and now
Radiant's middle barracks.
Rage and melee racks will go down.
Radiant
They had
structures
Slack. Now they're going to try and fight this one. It seems like a last ditch effort from Escape. Era goes in looking for Taniko. Major salting himself. He's holding on for now. Era sprouted up and controlled. They lost the bench. Perhaps to the betterment of Escape's defense, since it does apply that aura, but they've also got to do some damage, and right now that's something which their lineup is unable to do in these team fights.
Creep wave already on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
They'll just get another set of wrecks. Dropping their cane boot.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Hashtag efficiency. Dropping it for the just so it can get that extra bit of mana.
Radiant's
And
bottom
Navi, it looks like they're going to take game number 2. That 18 minutes in, the classic Power Ranger strats are back, and looking for a second lane yet, not over quite yet. We're going to get too ahead of ourselves. Kez, you're going to throw out a roar. It's just from the general with a Sunstrike, but the damage with the Deathly Blast, it's not enough. They need that Meteor and Era. Trying to engage, but can't do so.
They got an orb.
Well, Miranda right clicks with Drower do a lot of damage, and now the buybacks start rolling on through. Era going to go down in the front line. He's going to buy back 3, buyback used. This is all in. Navi have not lost a life yet. They're starting to take a bit of damage. Genzi's about to be healed back up. Kenzi's going to go down. Era, he's silent. This could be the end of him, and it's the end of the game number 2 as Navi tie things up in this 2-game series. Round robin group stage, they get at least the game 2 win. And
All correct.
mwah, mwah, 100. Good shit.
We own.
Yep, Navi owned here in game 2.
Yep,
Strategically, execution-wise, perfect. I mean, this is what Dota's all about. You're not looking to be the best individual player, outplay your opponents as like in game. You can just